before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to 87,000 subscribers by the end of the week. We're trying to hit 290,000 by the end of the month. So if you guys do want to help us on the road to 300k, subscribe. We put more My Team content here than anywhere else. So anyway, now let's get on to the video. BG here, and today we are going to be doing a tier list of the best Galaxy Opal players in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. So this is going to be purely Galaxy Opals. S tier is going to be the best 10. And then obviously we're just going to be ranking the rest of the guys. If you guys disagree with anything on this list, that is perfectly fine. It is fine to disagree. At the end of the day, it's a video game. There are so many good cards in this game. We all have different opinions of them. So, for me, Anthony Davis. C. B. B or C. He's fine. AD is perfectly... I'm going to put him C. He is a perfectly fine player in my team. He will hit wide open shots. Not the greatest shooter. Normal release timing. He will be fine. He's not going to be a negative to your team. But he's also not going to do very much. Like, he's just going to be a perfectly fine player. Other Anthony Davis. A 2-guard. A 6'10" 2-guard. Who's got the ability to kind of just create his own shot a little. He's got the ability, to hit his own shot. Hit a shot when he's open. And he's a pretty good defender. So, I think AD in A tier is definitely kind of the move. I think he's an overall solid player. And I think that, that's definitely the right spot for him. Now, Bob Pettit. I think Bob Pettit's as good as Anthony Davis. Bob Pettit might even be better. Like, Pettit, I think, shoots better than AD. Player builds equally as good. He's got fundamental versus AD's slasher dribble style. But I think I'm going to go C tier for Pettit. Pettit's a very solid power forward in this game. I'm not sure. He might have gone down in price. Or he might have gone up in price at the weekend. I'm not sure because of the event. But he's going to go here. I don't mind Carmelo Anthony. I actually like him a lot more than most people do. I think he's a perfectly fine player. I think his jumper is good. His movement's not great, but his defense is good. One of these two tiers anyway. Now, Kazi's my first no-brainer S tier. Kazi as an pink or as an opal is a no-brainer S tier player. Now, Kazi's one of the best 2 guards in the game. I think he's probably the best value 2 guard in the game. Like, there are a lot of good players in this game, but like Kazi's really damn good. Kazi's a really good card. Like, his base 3 on quick, his movement is really decent in the half court. Full court, he's not the best, but like that release just so good. Kazi and S. CP3. Look, he's a 6-foot tall point guard. I can't put him anything higher than E tier. CP3's not great. Weber. I'll go C for Weber. I'll go C. Weber could go B. I'll go C right now for Weber. He's a pretty okay card. Like, it's kind of a big thing with Chris Webber. It's just that his release is a bit iffy. Like, it's not a bad release per se, but like, it's not the greatest release either. So, Jesus, what the hell? Like, the Celtics are actually not trying to wall up Giannis. They're actually trying to play defense on the rest of them, which is a shock. Keep an eye on this game, and it's a bad start for Milwaukee. But Leitner's going to go C as well. I'll put Leitner in C tier. I think he's a really just solid player. I think he's at that similar level to AD, Weber, and Pettit. These guys all could be B tier players, honestly, but I'm going to put him C for now. See, I'm going to put some worthless players in now. So the lowest tier, which is worthless. Are there any actual bums here? Do I have Zion? No, I didn't put Zion on this list. I wanted to put a tier just for Zion. Jerry Lucas absolutely sucks. He is horrendous. Jerry Lucas is so bad in this game. He's actually so bad. It's a surprise how ass he is. But he is terrible. Rick Barry as well. Rick Barry is woeful. 2 guys from the 70s set. Like, they're lucky Artist Gilmore's a good card because, my God, they suck. They really suck. Oh, how did Kyle Lowry get away from being worthless here? Kyle Lowry's like CP3, but way worse. Like, it's actually not even funny. Like, CP3 is so much worse. We're so much better than Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry sucks. I'm pretty sure Kyle Lowry is released on normal timing as well. And the fact that he is a 6-foot tall point guard, lads. That is not what we want to see. That is really not what we want to see. Any other guys in worthless? Not that I can see anyway. Not that I can see. Let's go second bottom to CP3 tier. Oh, Gilbert. Jesus, how did I forget about you? Gilbert Arenas is bad, lads. Gilbert Arenas is really, really bad. The second lowest tier, just because he's uncontestable, I'm going to go Luka Doncic in D. Luka Doncic, if we're talking current gen, Luka Doncic is down here on worthless as well. He's probably like C or B on next gen, so I'll give him D overall. This Luka Doncic is okay on next gen. He's useless on current gen. And oh my god, how did you survive Paul Pierce? Paul Pierce is a garbage man as well. Like, Pierce is a straight up certified garbage man, lads. He is useless. He is absolutely useless in game. I'm sorry. He is useless. You know what? One tier higher is... I'm gonna put Moncrief in D tier. Moncrief's gonna go D tier. Moncrief was okay when he came out. Release time quick, base 28. Really good on defense. The problem is he's 6 foot tall, can't really create. Or 6'3", sorry, can't really create and can't really run him at the 2. He's a little bit small to be the main primary ball defender at this stage of the game, but I mean, day 1, season 5, considering the fact that I think I got my one for like, because I bought the Milwaukee Bucks player straight away. I think I paid like 10k for him. He was actually pretty solid. He was pretty solid. So he's gonna go there. I don't know why I got 2 Tim Duncans in this list. Who else am I gonna put in E tier? I gotta get some lower players into E tier. Steph, maybe? No, Walt. Walt's really not great. Like, Walt's got that base 36. I know it's on quick, but I mean, even still, that is a not good release. Walt's a really good defender. Walt's like a worse version of Sidney Moncrief. In-game, Walt plays like a worse version of Sidney Moncrief, so we gotta put him in D tier. We gotta put him in D tier right now. I'm gonna put Rodman in. I think Rodman sucks. I genuinely think Rodman sucks. I think his release is just unusably bad. Like, I have the Rodman. Well, I had the other Rodman from Locker Code. I could not use that guy. I think he's shockingly bad. Like, I think he's easily in the top 15 worst Galaxy Opals in the game. And I think people were kind of hyped on him when he came out because he was the best defense player in the game when he came out, which is true. But, like, is he even that much better on defense than somebody like, I don't know, the guy came out today, the Brandon Clark card? Is he much better on defense than him? No, and he's also significantly worse on offense. Jeez, I don't know what the hell's happened to Milwaukee. They're 15, they're 18-3. But, yeah, so now we're just back to normal service resume. Cincinnati's pal, he's just too little. Like, he's B or A. I think I'm going to go A for Cincinnati's pal. I think maybe I have been underrating him because he still has that X and base. He's still going to hit wide open jumpers and he can still kind of move. So since he's pal is going there. Now, D'Angelo Russell, A, but I love this card. That release is nice. His movement, again, is really good in the offensive end. He's got shifty, but he's one of those guys whose shifty feels better than some other players' quick. D'Lo's really nice. Danilo Gallinari, I don't rate him. C. He's like worse Hedo Turkoglu. Like, Hedo Turkoglu is a card that I like, but I mean, he's just worse Hedo Turkoglu for me. So yeah, that's what we've got. Gallinari in C tier. I go B tier for Danny Manning. I think you give Danny Manning a couple of extra goal badges, get him shooting from deep. You're running with the right coach. Danny Manning is really nice because he's got that base 4, weird upper, but the base 4 is still a pretty good release. A really nice defender, decent shooter, and yeah, just an all-around good player. All-around good player. So David Robinson, S. S tier, no question about it. David Robinson belongs in S tier. Now, this guy really is elite. He really is elite. Like, he can play at the 4. He can play at the 5. I think he's just so big at the 4. so mobile to 5. His jumper is really nice. So yeah, he's going into S tier. No, like it's the most no-brainer S tier. I'm gonna go B. I love David Thompson. Like I am the highest on David Thompson of anybody, but he's not as good as D'Lo. He might go to A, but for now, David Thompson is going to go into B tier because I think DeRozan's better. I think DeRozan is a very solid card. He's a super slept-on card in this game. Like again, I don't think DeRozan is the best card in the world, but I think he's very slept on. I do think he belongs in A tier. I think he safely belongs in A tier here. But then we got Buggy. Now, Buggy is a card that I don't have. But Buggy is an A tier opal. Buggy's really nice. He is a card that I didn't get for limited. Do I regret it? Not really, because it was like season 6 and again, or season 5, and I missed part of. I would have missed one of those weekends with, you know, the old injury. But yeah, like I didn't go for Buggy, but it was one of those. That's the one week in limited. I'd be like, you know what? Like I don't by any means. I think going for Shea would have been ridiculous. That would have been a pointless grind. I was the only grind where I was like, you know what? I probably could have done with Buggy Cousins, but I didn't get him. Desmond Bane, Kazi Light, get into A tier. I'm so high on Desmond Bane. Like, he is one of my favorite players in this game. Straight up. He's my backup to Kazi on one of my accounts. On the other account, obviously, Kazi's backup to Melo. But, yeah, Desmond Bane in A tier. Dino Raja. Now, Dino's S. Dino is S, whether that be at power forward or whether that be at center. His animations are just too cheesy. He's got that 7'11" wingspan. The way he plays lanes, the way he blocks shots, the way he gets rebounds. He can shoot a little bit as well. He's he has to go into S tier. And I wish I could use him on my all-time Celtics squad. And to be fair, like this Celtics team currently in the first quarter are looking like an all-time Celtics squad. They've 30 points through less than 10 minutes. They can't miss. And we've got Dolph. So Dolph is going into... I think Dolph is going to go into this tier as well. He's better than all these guys, but he's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to put him into B tier. I go D tier for Donovan Mitchell. He's like CP3 with more length. Like that extra little bit of length means I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell into D tier, but like he could be E tier as well. He's just a little bit... He's just quite a bit small. Wade could get moved to S, honestly. Wade's really good. Wade's like a much better version of David Thompson. I don't know if Wade's better than D'Lo. I really don't, but he could get moved up. Giannis, C. I think Giannis is fine. I think he's a perfectly fine card. That's the only way I can describe him. He's okay. Like, he's usable, especially at the power forward position. You can maybe argue Giannis up here, but I'm going to put Giannis. I think Giannis is very comparable to AD. I think Giannis is going right down here. Grayson Allen. I don't like him that much. I do not like Grayson Allen that much. I think that he's a decent shooter. Don't get me wrong, not a decent shooter, he's a very good shooter. I just find like his movement, his defense is a little bit lacking, and for me, he's not even on the same stratosphere as Desmond Bane. I love that Desmond Bane card. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem's going A, potential to go to S. Hakeem is so good. His release is good. It's a little bit beta, but it's good. His defense is really solid. He gets boards. He's just... Him and this guy right here, Jack Sigma. There are 3 guys. He's going here, and where's Jermaine O'Neal? Jermaine O'Neal's our other S tier big man. I have the most love-hate relationship with all 3 of these guys. Because I run these guys... Like, I rotate between these 3 guys whenever I'm playing clutch time. Like, Jermaine O'Neal is pretty much my power forward. And I rotate between Sigma and Hakeem Olajuwon. I'll rotate between them 2 whenever I play clutch time. There are games where Jermaine O'Neal feels like the best power forward in the game. There are games where Sigma feels like the best center in the game. There are games where Hakeem feels like the best center in the game. There are also games where all 3 of these guys feel like scrubs. Like, literally, Jermaine O'Neal, I had to add glue hands to him because he can't catch... Like, I added glue hands to him. He doesn't come with glue hands. I added glue hands to him. He still can't catch the damn ball. Like, he can't catch the ball. Jack Sigma just stares at rebounds sometimes. even though he is chick, and he just has this weird tendency to shoot earlys and lates. Like, he has the early late glitch problem, which is weird, but he's like Sigma. And the reason I know that is, like, I will shoot pick and pop jumpers, same stamina, we'll green 4 in a row, and the 5th one will be an early or a late. That'll just come at a random time. Like, I very rarely shoot a slightly with Sigma. It's always either green or early late, which is weird. And then Hakeem Olajuwon, a little bit of beta jump shot, and again, just like Hakeem Olajuwon swipes on air. Him, just like Dikembe Mutombo, when they block shots, will swipe on air, which is maybe why I put Dino Raja a little bit ahead of those guys. But they're my 4 big men. I'm going to put Jalen Rose in B. Don't think he's good as DeRozan. Don't think he's good as D'Angelo. And don't think he's good as Wade. J. Rich. The more I use J. Rich, the more I don't like that release. I really like his size up because he has the Donovan Mitchell size up. The more I use him, Melo's going down a tier. Melo's going to go down a tier. Going to do Gallo down a tier. Because I just don't like Gallo. If you like Gallo, it's fine. I'm going to move Pettit. Pettit's good. I'm going to put Jason Williams in D tier. Jason Williams can actually cook. Jason Williams really can cook. Like, his movement is great. His 3-point shooting is great. Base 3 on quick. 6'1". Like, I'm telling you, Jason Williams he's got something that a lot of other guys don't. Jaylen Brown, absolutely balling right here today. I'm going to put him in that B tier as well. I don't think he's quite as good as running Anthony Davis there. I prefer Jalen. I prefer Desmond Bane. Like, again, most of you guys would have Desmond Bane down here, or Desmond Bane maybe even here, but this is just my list, so I'm putting Desmond Bane in A tier. I am a huge fan of this Desmond Bane card. Then we got Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, you know what? I'm putting Jeremy Grant in A tier. Like, yeah, I haven't really used much Jeremy Grant. Yeah, the hype has gone down in this card, but this card was really good. It was really good when he came out, and I'm not gonna lie, this card is still really good in my team. This card is still actually really good. Jeremy Grant, A tier. Stackhouse, like D. Stackhouse is not as good as Grayson Allen. His jumper is alright. His jumper's greenable. He can hit the fades. His dribble sigs are okay, but I'm going to go D tier for him. Yi Lian, same tier as AD. I think he's at the level of those guys, so Yi Lian is going into C tier. Like, I don't think saying he's C tier is... Yeah, I think that's right. Embiid is going to go B. I don't think Embiid's buggy level. Like, Embiid can hit some jumpers. He'll play some defense. He was great for his time, but his time is not now. Isaac, A. Or S, Jesus. Jonathan Isaac at 30k is incredible. Like, he's got a good jump shot, decent movement. He'll play lanes. He's not like an all-around player, but he's really good at specifically what he does. What he does well, he's great at. Unbelievable card. Love, A. Kevin Love will shoot. Kevin Love will dunk. Kevin Love will move. He'll play defense. He'll rebound. He's A. He's A. And we got LeBron. Look, at this stage, LeBron's D tier. The guy can't even hold range. LeBron's D. He came out at Christmas. He's not very good. We got Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball's going to go wherever Jalen Rose is. I would be tempted to put Lonzo into A tier, but I'm going to put Lonzo down here into B tier right now. Magic is going to go the same B tier. Magic is the biggest argument you can make for A tier. You can make a huge argument to Magic Johnson's A tier. I'm just putting him here. Why is Cade Cunningham must just not be on 2KDB? Because I just keep forgetting Cade on tier lists. Manu Ginobili, A. I'm going to move Wade up to S at that point guard position. I'm going to move Wade up to S. Manu Ginobili is going to go into A. Manu Ginobili, great behind the back, really good release. Really nice leaner as well. He's got his movement again is good. His shooting's good. His defense is pretty decent. Mo Pete, B. Mo Pete's very similar level in game to like a Jaylen Brown, Jason Richardson. His release is pretty nice. His movement's alright, and he's got a big player build. Oscar Robertson, like, I'm looking through this list. Oscar Robertson is going as my second S tier point guard. I prefer Oscar Robertson slightly to D'Angelo Russell. Nah, screw that. D'Angelo Russell's going in instead of Oscar Robertson. D'Angelo Russell is slightly better behind the back, even though Oscar Robertson is a better release. These guys are very, very similar. But Big O, 6'5", decent wingspan. All around good card. Pat Burke, if I'm being completely honest, Pat Burke's D tier. He's still usable. Like, he'll still hit shots when he's wide open. He's just not as good as like an AD or a Layton or any of them. He's not that bad though, so he's gonna go D. Paul Arizin, B tier. I know some people swear by Paul Arizin. I just don't. I think he's fine. I think his offense is pretty good. I think his defense is okay. I think he can shoot the ball at a mediocre rate, but he's nothing spectacular. Paul George. Again, PG release on normal timing. I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm being honest. Like, B tier. He's fine, though. Pistol Pete Maravich, go into B tier. One incredibly slept on. Pistol Pete is incredibly slept on, lads. Like, he's, again, movement is really good. Everything except the fact he's got a release on normal timing is perfect. He has one flaw. He literally has one flaw, and that's the reason why people have written him off. But he's B tier, in my opinion. Ralph Sampson, literally just due to how cheesy he is, I'm going to put him into B tier. I don't like him very much. I know some people swear by him. Some people swear by Ralph Sampson, but for me, literally would rather use Sinfular, or I would rather use Arvydas Sabonis than Ralph Sampson. So, look, that's just me. He's going to be. Reggie Lewis, B tier as well. Reggie Lewis was him when he came out. Like, Reggie Lewis came out like the 14th of January. Like, he came out nearly 4 months ago. And you can still use Reggie Lewis right now and have success. Like, I used Reggie Lewis in the all-time Celtic squad build, and he balled out for me. Like, no, he's B tier. He's B tier. Robert Parrish. I mean, he's good on defense. I'll give him that, C tier. He's a really good defender. So Robert Parrish, you're gonna go C. Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton's good. I wish I could get him, because if he wasn't an RNG card, I would pay whatever for Rip Hamilton, because he actually sent me a personalized like video get well soon message when the day I tore my Achilles. Shout out Mo, by the way. Shout out Mo Moonsey for sorting that out. But yeah, he would be. I wish I could put him higher in B tier, but he is B tier. Rudy Gay, a no-brainer A tier. Could possibly move up to S. You give him range, he's one of the best cards, period, in this game. Scotty Barnes. I'm going to put Scotty Barnes in A as well. I think Scotty Barnes is really good. His dribbling's good, his movement's good, his shooting's really good. And again, he's a very, very comparable card to that Dark Matter Kawhi at the small forward position. Scottie Pippen, I mean, this is just A. Like, I don't know. Pippen has maybe a shout for being an S tier. He really does, that two-guard position, especially if he's badged out. Pippen's movement's good. His behind the back is good, because obviously it's his own behind the back. His release is solid. Pippen's a really good player. Pippen is a really good player. Kemp. Is everyone literally going into 8? I'm trying to Kemp and Duncan, they're our last two 8 tier players. Kemp and Duncan are both A tier. Kemp moves better on offense. Duncan's the better defender. Shooting wise, I think they're both very similar. Both have kind of awkward releases, but both can hit when they're wide open. Steph Curry. Look, I don't like Steph. I really don't like Steph, but I know a lot of people do. Steph, probably D tier. Probably D tier. Maxey. Is Maxey better than Mitchell, though? I think Maxey might be better than Mitchell. I'm going to swap Donovan Mitchell down. I'm going to move Maxey up. I think I prefer in-game, I prefer Maxey to Mitchell. Thurl. I think Thurl's the same level as this Giannis. C tier. Thurl was good, though. Thurl was really good for his time. His time's just clearly not now. Victor Oladipo, B. B tier. Wherever Paul Arizin is, Victor Oladipo is. Two very, very similar cards in game. I mean, very similar animations. Just Oladipo's a way better defender. Arizin's a little better on offense. Like, if I'm putting them 1B, I'm putting them both B. Wayne Embry. I don't really like Wayne Embry. I think he should be better than he is. I don't like his player build's okay. I don't like his shooting. I just don't really like the card. He's going to go D tier for me. Will Chamberlain, B. He is an interior center who can't shoot, but he's still Will Chamberlain. He still has the 7 foot, or he still has the 8 foot wingspan. There's a lot of good things about Will Chamberlain in 2K, and all the just general good things about Will Chamberlain all still apply to this one here. Levine look, he can create, but I'm going to put him in B tier. In C tier. He's not a very good defender. Junior Selgauskas is the last player. Look, he's a giant, but I think he's C tier. He's very slow. And if you're asking me who I would rather run, there's just something about Ilgauskas that I don't like. Like, I like giants in this game. There's something I don't like about him. Like, I should like him. I really should. I just couldn't hit a shot with him. There's something I really just don't like with him. So, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.